The ceremonial courtroom of the Court of Appeal is filled to capacity for the annual conference for justices of the Court of Appeal. The ceremony brings together justices of the Appellate Court, the Chief Justice of Nigeria, retired Chief Justices, some ministers and senior advocates of Nigeria. The Chief Justice of Nigeria tasked the judicial officers to change the dwindling perception of the judiciary.
There is a growing negative perception of the judiciary. We must all individually and collectively work towards changing this negative perception. We look into genuine complaints. We will also stand to support our judges and justices to make sure that where frivolous allegations are made, that there are consequences.
The conference provides a platform for introspection, knowledge sharing and strategic planning amongst judges, especially amidst allegation of corruption within the justice system.
Justices occupy a position of paramount importance in the administration of justice, and with their decisions exerting a profound impact on individuals, communities, and society at large. Nevertheless, despite our expertise and experience, we are not immune to the limitations inherent in human decision-making, including errors, biases, and prejudices.
Allegations are first made in the social media to the world at large, before complainants think fit, if at all, to refer matters to the National Judicial Council. The public and the press pass judgment on these allegations, and all that the complainants appear to require from the National Judicial Council is to rubber stamp those conclusions and punish the judges.
The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Mr. Lateef Fagbemi, emphasized the constitutional separation of powers, highlighting the challenges facing judicial independence.
My lords, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we must acknowledge, and I do, that challenges to judicial independence persist. These challenges can come from various or multifaceted sources, including but not limited to political interference, public opinion especially perpetrated on social media, and even well-intentioned efforts to improve the justice system. It is, however, imperative that we remain vigilant and steadfast in our defense of judicial independence.
The conference is an avenue for judicial officers to deliberate on issues affecting the justice system and prefer solutions as the court gears towards the 2024-2025 legal year.
Well, yes, indeed, Mr. Myson Nejo joins us here. He is a human rights activist and also a legal practitioner. Good morning. Thank you for coming on today.
Good morning for having me.
A lot of focus on the judiciary, and many will say rightly so, because we need to ensure that at least every arm of government is, at least they have some sort of checks and balance to ensure that society works and democracy also works. Well, lately, there's been that conversation as to ensuring that the judiciary, at least forthright, you don't get to hear complaints and arguments, some of the things that they have raised there. So do you think that the concerns they have there, are they valid?
Yes, I would say they are valid. Because when you look at the society generally, when I was small, when I was in the secondary school, what I know is that judiciary is the last hope of man. But today, as we are talking presently now, judiciary is the last hope of rich man.
Now, why did you say so?
In our society. When you look at most of the cases going to court, when last have you heard that, okay, maybe there's a rich man and a poor man went to court and the poor man defeated the rich man? Because the system were not so okay.
You're speaking, because this is your profession.
Yes, this is my profession.
You're speaking from what you know?
I'm speaking from what I know. When you have a good case in court, the matter will be adjourned. Will be adjourned every day when you go to court. Sometimes I tell you that, oh, my lord is not sitting, and all this thing. I have cases like that.
And they are adjourned like that?
The adjournment upon adjournment.
Are there no valid legal reasons or?
There's no legal reason. Just adjournment. At the time, I have to confronted my lord that this matter has been adjourned like 7 times. Just for adoption, just for me to adopt my paper. And for my lord to give judgment. The matter has been adjourned upon adjournment.
So were other cases being heard? Why was yours being adjourned?
Yes.
Are they too busy?
Yes, they are. The funny thing is that you discover that there are some cases that they will file in court. You'll be surprised. When did they file this case? And immediately the matter will be assigned. But some cases you file a matter. The matter will not be assigned for a month in court. Fundamental human rights. That's supposed not to take more than 2 months, 3 months. But it will just be there. But if it is cases that relate to the popular people in the society, that relates to, you see, immediately the matter will be assigned.
Is that to suggest that the alleged defamation case against Mr. Farotimi might suffer the same fate or something?
What are you? In fact, I'm so surprised. The matter, the Farotimi was arraigned before a magistrate court. Ordinarily, he is supposed to be granted bail, even though without having a lawyer. Look at what is playing on. He's still in detention as we are talking about now. What is happening?
But they granted him 50 million naira bail.
That is another court. That is the Federal High Court.
Yeah.
He was arraigned in Federal High Court and was granted bail. But the magistrate refused. The first one, the magistrate refused to grant him bail.
And you say that is a very easly bailable offense.
It's a bailable,
without a lawyer.
It's a bailable offense without a lawyer. It's something the magistrate will just grant him bail. It's a bailable offense. Defamation is a bailable offense. Moreover, the court handling the matter does not have jurisdiction.
That's the magistrate.
The magistrate handling the matter does not have jurisdiction. The man refused. They refused to bail him.
So, in this kind of cases, at what point does the corrective measure in the judiciary kick in for these kind of things to stop happening?
I have been thinking, well, you know, in our system, there's what we call precedent.
Yeah. And
that is what we lawyers, this is what we follow. And when there's a pronouncement from the apex court, from the Supreme Court, that automatically become a law. But today in our system, you discover that the same matter that Supreme Court have make a pronouncement on, if you should take the kind of matter to lower court, they will say another thing differently. They will not follow the precedent. The law laid by the Supreme Court, and nothing is being done. If you file a case, Supreme Court have said in some cases that you have low-cost rights to file a case to. All these lower court, they will just look at the case that you don't have low cost, and you back it with the Supreme Court cases that this is what the Supreme Court said in this is the case. Filing this case, I have low cost to do that. Nothing will happen. They will just give. So there's no discipline that, okay, if you do not follow Supreme Court judgment, there should be also discipline. So a lot of things are happening like that.
But you paint a picture of seeming lawlessness and things just happening, you know, like that. But I thought that the NJC also investigates some of these matters and they dismiss judges for not conducting themselves properly.
Nobody is ready to be writing petitions. Sometimes when you write petitions against judges in this country, if you apply to become a stand comprehending, nobody will attend to you. Because they will see you as a petitioner. So sometimes lawyers do careful, you know, they don't want to report any judge to NJC, you know, because if you report, it's going to be an issue.
So it's also such that NJC, or do we need to do something so that they can look into a particular matter without somebody writing a petition?
That is it. I was expecting that this, for example, the ICPC chairman that just left the studio talks about technology.
Yeah.
I expect the NJC to also have technology to view what is happening in court, to know what is going on in court, so that they too can monitor. It's not until somebody writes a petition to NJC before they carry out their investigation.
That's going to be a lot. How many courts would they be able to view?
Well, I said technology. It's possible. It's doable. It's something they can do. It's something that is easy they can do to monitor those courts. That, okay, this is what is happening. And I thank God I know the president of NBA now is going to perform well.
But people listening to you will suddenly feel hopeless to some extent, thinking that, look, if I can't get it from judiciary, where can I get it? As a lawyer, I'm talking to you. Sometimes I will just look at what kind of system is this? Wow. What kind of system is this? I want to say this to you. Young lawyer, before you can get a case now, they want to know you. Who are you in the society? Do you know somebody that knows somebody? Who wants to know you?
They want to know you. Client want to know you. That who is this lawyer? They can't just come and give you case.
So it doesn't rely on your knowledge and expertise. You have to have some external leverage.
Yes, they want to know that who is this person? Before we can take a case to this person.
Oh dear.
Who is this person? Can this person deliver and all this? These are the things that some young lawyers are suffering. Nothing because they don't believe in us, though, that we can also perform very well because of the situation of what is going on in our system. Wow. And I believe, like the CGS said, that if anybody has a genuine grievance, it should come up. And I believe also that it's going to. There are good judges. There are good judges when you go to court by 9 o'clock. They're already sitting. Good judges, perfectly, doing well. So, but you will see them sometime. It is very few that you see them. In fact, the system is not even rewarding them.
The good judges.
The good judges. Those are doing good. Those are doing good. The system is not rewarding them. There are a lot of judges that, yes, if you appear before you know, they don't take nonsense.
Are they not in the majority?
I can't say they are in majority, my brother.
Oh dear. Ayo.
Thank you, Chamberlain. The issues that you're raising, it's, and I'm going to reiterate the question that Chamberlain asked you when he said, look, are you sure you are not in any way, number one, poo-pooing and consequently denigrating the judiciary, and also instilling the fear in people that they are never going to get justice, and consequently, they may begin to take the law into their own hands?
I'm not saying that people should not go to court. I'm just expressing what is happening in the system. Not that I said that people should not go to court. And like I said there are good judges when you appear before them. I just said it here now. It's not, there are good ones. And when you go to them, two cases, you'll be very... So, I didn't say people should not go. If you are lucky and you go to court and you met the... I'm saying my experience, I'm saying my frustration in the system. I'm talking about myself. The frustration I'm also facing. So it's not that... I'm not talking that people should not go to... as a lawyer, I'm also talking about my frustration in the system. When you go to court and the matter will be adjourning, so it's not a good one. So what about if somebody that don't have money asks you to go to a court, give you a case, and you'll be telling the person that today the matter will be adjourned, tomorrow the matter, and the person will be paying you appearance fee to go to court. You'll be, Oh, I'm talking, it's not that I say people should not go to court and, they say people should take law into their hand. So I'm just saying that the system, we need to work on the system. So we need to improve on the system. That's what I'm saying.
So if the CJN is calling for the improvement of the image of the judiciary, and you, a practitioner in this industry, is making this claim, how then can the image of the judiciary be cleaned?
We are still saying the same thing. At least I'm supporting the CGN. I'm supporting him that he said.
So I'm asking you now directly. I'm asking you what needs to be done, because there are a number of other practitioners in the industry, just as yourself, who are saying the same thing. Incidentally, it is members of the judiciary, practitioners in the judiciary, such as yourself, who would go to court and ask, in some cases, for some of these postponements, just as you said, adjournments and upon adjournments. Some will go to court and they will not do the needful. Practitioners such as yourself will go to court, will not do the things that they need to do, and of course the judge would be compelled to adjourn. So how then will things improve if it's the same practitioners that are responsible for what is wrong?
Mr. Ayo, I did a case in Lagos, a land case, and I want to tell you that within 2 years, I finished the case. The judge didn't take nonsense. It was not enough. If you get, he would tell you, this is what I want in my court. You can't come and be asking for adjournment. I finished the case within 2 years. In Lagos, a land case, land matter. So the judge doesn't take nonsense. He will tell you that, no, this is where I'm going. I don't have time for this nonsense. I don't have to be. You are the manager. You are the one to control your court. Not somebody will just come and be asking for adjournment and be giving adjournment.
So
when will the case finish?
So what exactly are you saying by saying that sometimes these issues, these adjournments, are a problem with the judge or a problem with the lawyer?
It depends on how the judge and the lawyers manage their case. It depends on them.
Okay.
It depends on how they manage their case.
Now, apart from that issue, this issue that we are talking about now, what other issues do you think the CJN should pay attention to? Because there are those who have also come out just as you and talking about the way judges are appointed, how they come into office and all of that. Do you have any issues with that?
When a judge is appointed into office, and the next thing is to organize a party, when different people will come and dine, eat, and drink with them. So, what are we expecting? When I was small, where I was living, where judges were living, it's very far. You see their house inside bush. Their house will be inside bush. They don't work in the afternoon. You won't even see them. To play with their children in school is a problem. I will be looking at them. I'll tell my dad, I want to be a lawyer. Say, that is that judge. Look at the house there. Inside bush, their police will be there. It is in the night you see judge. If they want to maybe do exercise, they'll be going. Their police will be following them. But these days, it's not like that. When a judge is appointed, the next thing is to organize a party. Then all of us are drinking, dining, whining. So those are the issues.
So do you see a role for, bodies that govern the judiciary, like the body of benchers, the National Judicial Council, the NBA?
Can you come again?
I said, do you see a role for bodies that govern the activities of judicial practitioners, like the NJC, the body of benchers, and the NBA?
Well, their role is to, all these things is not to them. They are aware of all this. It's not a strange thing to them, what people are doing. especially like what I just said now. So it's now left for them to make sure that the judiciary is perfect, and when people see it, they know that, oh, this institution is perfect, it's a serious institution. It's not that we should just come on here and say, oh, the judiciary is not corrupt, the judiciary is not doing this and do that. We should let us see it in us that truly we are not corrupt. Where somebody will file a case and the case will be in court, it will not be assigned. Another person will go and file a case. Immediately the matter will be assigned. So
all right.
You see that the thing is not balanced.
So when you say that the bodies know, these bodies, the NBA, the NJC, the body of benchers, they know these things, and you're saying that they know and they're allowing the rot to continue, is that what you're saying?
No, they are trying their best. Like I said, that they are good judges. They are trying their best, but sometimes I still want to believe that they should still try more, still do something.
What can be done? What can be done? That's the question I'm asking. What can be done, Mr. Neyo?
Okay, the first thing I think the agency should focus on now is that in law, there's what we call precedent. The lower courts now, they don't follow the precedent. That is why you see today, this order, they'll just give another in Owerri, another order in Abuja, the same matter, everything. So they don't follow the precedent anymore. There's nothing like precedent. If you want to read law, if you want to enjoy law, go and read the account there shows Okuta and all these things. Read their law reports. Look at what they But today nobody's talking about those precedents anymore. This one will just court judicial will just give the same judgment, the same, and they will not even follow the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court does not say anything. When the Supreme Court said this, when I was in school, that's what I was taught, that no, judiciary and the Supreme Court is the last, and any pronouncement made by the Supreme Court, it becomes a law automatically. But today, there's nothing. You just discover that the same judgment, the lower court will just write another thing, and nothing is done. You don't need to report this to NJC before they will take action. You don't need to. They are reading it, they are hearing it every day. How would the Supreme Court said this is the road, and the High Court will now say no? The same matter, the same subject, they will now go another say the person should appeal. Is it the person should appeal, or the NJC should immediately ask the judge, why did you do this?
We see it in political cases these days. But as a matter of fact, let's even go to politics. You contested for Ondo governorship elections. I know you must have heard people ask, what were you thinking? What made you go in there?
It's because I want a change in Ondo State, and I believe I can deliver the change that the people of Ondo State.
But you were third. Was that because you took advantage of Labour parties shaking neither here nor there, and you snuck in, or what?
No, not at all. I'm a popular person in Ondo State. When you mention my son, I'm a popular person. So it's not that When you look at the figure I had during the election, I didn't pay kobo. I didn't spend.
You didn't use revenue from your legal profession, or how did you get money to contest?
I didn't pay. I didn't buy votes.
Oh.
I didn't buy votes. The little money remember I gathered during project was what I was using to campaign on the media and all this. So I didn't have big money. And
do you consider that a waste of money now?
It's not a waste, because I discovered that the people of Ondo State want a change. If I had 4,000 plus votes, that I did not pay 1 naira, I believe that one day it will change. That people will say, no, we are going to vote for this person, we are not going to collect kobo. So it's not waste. I didn't waste money. I believe it's not a waste.
Will you do it again?
Yes.
How long will you keep trying?
there's a precedent, like I said, the former president, you know how long he was, but one day, he was there.
So now you've extended that to political precedents.
Yes, a political precedent.
Okay. Well, to thank you for coming on. My son Nejo, a human rights active advocate and also a legal practitioner. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
All right, I think that wraps it up. Well, some messages though. Well, I think it's just about time. But Pastor Alpha Cross, we see your message. We thank you. Professor Imana, thank you as well for your message. We'll see. Okay. Okay, I see this one from Pastor. Okay, let's read it as well. He says, as far as money still plays the most important role in Nigerian brand of politics, our leaders will continue to be corrupt, so they'll be able to gather enough to buy over all critical institutions. Our leadership recruitment needs appraisal.
Well, Professor Enakena also sent in a message, and that's it right there. The evidential struggle against corruption in Nigeria's political sphere and public service, often hindered by limited political will, inadequate structures, a weak judicial system, and prevailing corruption. Corruption has spread to virtually all spheres of our society, including the civil service, public service, private sector, and civil society. Oh gosh. Systemic corruption is an intrinsic yet complex crime that has the ability to resist some of the toughest measures that may be deployed against it. Surprisingly, the frequency of bribery is on average. I don't understand that one, but hey, make of it what you will.
Well, I guess keep on going, we must.
Absolutely.
That wraps it up today on the program. We do thank you all for watching. Don't worry, Marco will be back tomorrow. I'm Chamberlain Osok. Goodbye.
And I'm Ayo Makinde. Have a beautiful and fruitful day.